Hello my lovelies, it's Terry from Vig Says Creates, back with another Tonic Craft Kit unboxing video for you. This is craft kit number 43 and I'm very excited to get and have a look at what we have inside. So, as usual, we have a box with, or a packet with Nouveau products in. We have our little binder with all the dies in, and then we have the paper. So I think if we have a look at the Nouveau products first, we have a full-size Nouveau Dream Drops in Frosted Lake. That is gorgeous. I don't think I've got that colour. It's beautiful. Got a Nouveau glitter marker in Arctic Blast. These are fab for colouring with, and you can stamp with them, and you can dilute them and flick with them. We have, oh, they're so pretty, some little heart-shaped confetti in the colour Azure. So we've got a lovely sticker that we always get, and I like to stick that on the front of my craft kit, and then this handy little guide that they include. I love it because it gives you some examples on the front of how you can use the contents of the kit, and then it also tells you exactly what's in the kit. So we have a little mini sparkle spray in the colour Marine Mist. So all of the colour theme for this is all blues and silvers. We've got some silver gilding flakes. Let me get the correct word for you. Mini gilding flakes, silver bullion. Now, bullion is soup, isn't it? So silver bullion. And I've got these in like a coppery colour, and I haven't actually used them yet. So I'm definitely going to use these on one of the card projects that I'm going to make. We've got a little mini Nouveau expanding mousse in the colour grey matter. And again, I have some expanding mousses, but I haven't actually used them yet in their expanding properties. But in case you didn't know, the expanding mousse can also be used just as a regular mousse. So you can, use it with your finger, or you can use it through stencils, and if you don't apply a heat tool to it, it won't do the puffing up expandingness that it's known for. So it's a really versatile product, really. And we have some Nouveau precision tweezers with a really tiny end, so that'll be great for fine detail work. That's fab. And then we have our Stampin Dyes. So we've got some lovely sentiment stamps on here, and the stamps are always photopolymer, lovely and high quality. So we've got for someone special, sending love and thanks, special wishes and thinking of you, and made with love there, and some lovely corners. So again, a really nice, versatile, sort of all-round useful little stamp set there. The dies, I think what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to take them all out and put them onto an A5 piece of magnetic sheet, because basically the way these work is that they layer up. So you've got this big layer here, and then inside it there's a choice of two decorative inlays to it. So you can pick one for the one half, run it through your die cutting machine, and then turn it round so it meets up and do the other half. So you've got a complete image, sort of indented into the outside. And then if you use it with this die as well, then that will be a decorative frame. If you don't use that, because this die is a verso die, so it cuts into the paper, you'll just end up with a large piece with a decorative edge. So they're really versatile. again, you could use these two nesting dies to create an oval frame, and the same with these two, but they have corresponding dies here. So this one again is a verso die, so it doesn't cut out, it cuts into the card. But if you use that in conjunction with these two, you'll get a frame that looks like that. The inner one is the same principle as how I've explained with the outer one, but with using these smaller halves of an oval. So one is has got these sort of stripe elements. It's the same with this, got like a stripy elements and a heart. And then the other one is more of a sort of not floral, more of a sort of just swirly type effect. And then we have Decorative Corners. And these are the mirror image of each other, which is why there's two of each. There's a thinner end and a fatter end. So the thinner end goes towards the longest portion of the oval, and the fatter end goes up that way, if that makes sense. So it nestles in nicely together. And you can use these on their own, or you can use them in conjunction with the stamps. So you could stamp an image and then use a die to cut that out. And then this smallest little nesting oval can be used to cut out this stamp or any of these sentiments. And then there are also 3 different sentiment dies that can be used in conjunction with that. And then one of my favourite bits is the papers. I will need to refer to my little list here to tell you the exact colours of the cardstock. And we usually get about between 6 and 8 sheets of speciality cardstock and paper. So straight away we can see this beautiful, oh, it's absolutely gorgeous, this bluey green colour, which is Mirror Card Tidal Wave. Then we've got a chrome silver. So as you can see, that's completely metallic. You can see everything, my camera, everything's on the wall. There's me, hello. And we've got a few pieces of the regular 216 GSM Craft Perfect card, which has got the weave on one side and then flat on the other, and this is in the colour grey, misty grey. I do have a pack of this, and it's a lovely grey colour. We have this deeper green speciality cardstock, which is called Jungle Fever. And then we have a speciality handmade cotton paper in this beautiful pale blue, which is just gorgeous. And that is called Arctic Ice. Then we have another of the classic cards. This is one of my favourite colours. I absolutely adore teals and aquas and these types of colours. This one is Ocean Blue. I believe I've already picked myself up a pack of 10 of this. And then we have this gorgeous glitter cardstock in Turquoise Lake. And then we've got a pearlescent card, which is double-sided, which is Lunar Silver. And I've used that several times in different card making projects in the past. It's a really lovely one. And the pearlescent card is great for construction as well. So for making things like boxes, especially when you want to be able to see, you know, the inside as well. So absolutely fabulous selection of papers and cardstocks there for us as well. With the dies, I mean, if you look at these, this is the sort of traditional way that they're intended to be used. Essentially, it's all about layering, so layering them up. Or sort of layering some up and then the next level down and up, etc. The possibilities are really endless. You can see with this card, the designer has used this die on the actual front of the card. So hasn't used this outline die, so it's cut into the card so you can then see into the inside of the card, but it looks like the other elements have been used on top so that you can't see through. So this colour palette is like my dream palette, really. I love these colours, so I can't wait to get and have a little play. So I think I'm going to do something quite traditional for one of my makes, and sort of, you know, cut out all the layers and layer something up and use the layers onto a rectangular card, and then I'm just gonna let my creativity flow and see what else I come up with. This is the first time you've come across me and my channel. When I do these videos, I do the initial unboxing video where I show you the contents of the kit, and then I'll make a couple of cards, and then I'll do either 1 or 2 follow-up videos where I show you even more makes. I'm now going to have a play. What I'll do is I'll show you examples of things that I'm going to be doing. For example, when I use the expanding mousse, I'll show you how I use that, how it works, just to sort of show you those techniques and different ways to use those products if you haven't used them before. So yeah, this should be, I'm really looking forward to doing this series. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in a mo with a little bit more. Okay, so I decided to use this beautiful mirror card to make this panel. And then I measured it and I realised it was the perfect size to go on like a 5x7 card blank. So I've cut myself a piece of, this is, I believe the brand is Sea White, and it's mixed media card or paper. So you can use a range of different mediums on it. So I thought that would be perfect to have a play with the Nouveau Sparkle Spray, just to create a background. So with the sparkle spray, you have to shake it up first, because otherwise the mica all sort of settles. Yeah, I like that. That looks fab. And also you can do things with dream drops and be a bit more creative with them, and you know, Nouveau drops in general, but I've seen Christine on Crafty Potential do some like interesting things with dream drops. So I thought I would just sort of have a bit of a play and sort of squirt a bit out and water it down, and sort of splodge that around as well, just to give some more texture and a bit of more of an interesting look to the background. I'll spray some water on that. As I say, it's a water-based product, so you know it's great for lots of different techniques, and it's just so fun doing all this sort of messy things. Obviously a lot of this is going to get covered up by the panel, which is why I want to make sure I've got lots of interest around the edges. I'm just going to put this to one side, then do some more die cutting, but I wanted to just film that bit of footage just to give you an idea. And you know, sometimes it can be quite scary trying new techniques, or you know, I don't know about you, but I've sort of sometimes felt like, oh, I don't know if I want to try that. It seems like it's not really my style, or you know, like I don't know how it would turn out, or if I don't end up ruining anything. So you know, like that's part of what I want to do, is just try out different things, A, for myself, and B, for you, you know, to give you some inspiration and lessen your fear of trying new things, if that is a thing for you. Okay, so we've nearly got the first card completed. So I created the background that I showed you a few moments ago, and that's still drying. But I was playing around with the different layering dies, and I've decided to do this and mount it on a simple white 5x7 card. I used the largest die to cut out with the chrome silver, the whole panel. I then used this frame with the outer and inner layering dies to create that frame in the Lunar Silver. I then used this die on the leftover inside piece of this card for there, and I then used the turquoise card over the top, so you just get a bit of this one poking through. I then used the smallest circle with the Lunar Silver again, and then I used the Just For You sentiment again on the, you can see I've used like the cutouts to make them. And then I've just gone ahead and cut myself a strip of this gorgeous turquoise colour and heat embossed with Nouveau classic silver embossing powder, which I absolutely love this. It comes up with such a beautiful mirror shine that I thought it'd look perfect with the chrome silver. So I'm going to stick that and then just trim the sort of little flag tails, fish tails at the end, and then mount that down here. So it's going to be Just For You, happy birthday. So I'm going to leave the background that we created for another card. So I'm just going to stick all this together and then that card will be completed. And here we go, my friends. This is the first card completed, all parts adhered down. So it's got some nice dimension on there. This part is built up 3 high, and it's obviously got lots of lovely shine from the chrome silver and the tidal wave mirror card. And I think that little happy birthday sentiment finishes it off just perfectly. So I'm really happy with that. So off to do a bit more playing and come up with another card. So for this next card, I was inspired by a card that Christine at Crafty Potential made, where she used this die, and she used it as a stencil and put the expanding mousse through it, and then heated it up so it all puffed up, and then placed another stencil over the top of it. And I thought that effect looked great, and so I decided to try the same thing, but doing it with the outer layer. So what that involves is using a small spatula or sort of little tool to spread this all through the into all of the holes basically, and trying to avoid the nice pretty background that I've stuck it onto. And I'm really excited to see what this ends up looking like, because I say this is the first time that I've actually used expanding mousse as expanding mousse, despite having several of the colours, which is another good reason I find that I like having the Tonic Craft Kit, because you know, you do get to try things that you wouldn't necessarily normally try. Oh, I'm going to end up getting bits over it, aren't I? Maybe I should have just not stuck it straight onto the card panel first. Oh well, we live and we learn. I'm going to try this, stick it onto just a blank cutout of the same shape, which is what I was going to do, to be honest, but I just thought, oh, I might as well just stick it straight onto the panel. That's not going to hurt, is it? Right, so I'm just trying to make sure that it's in all of the little indentations, all of the areas that it should be. Right, so here we go, guys. Wish me luck. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Wow, this looks really cool. It kind of looks like dragon scales. Oh, and it feels all spongy and funky. Yeah, I really like it. It seems to have warped the paper a bit, but I think that'll be fine once it's dried properly and stuck down. So, sticking this over the top will give, you know, a lovely finished effect, but with all of that gorgeous textured wondrousness underneath it. Great. Yeah, so I'm going to stick this on top and then just leave this under something heavy. Alright, I think it just needs to go under something heavy now. So for this second card, you saw me applying the expanding mousse and using the heat tool on that, and you can see the wonderful effect that that's given. I'm really pleased with that. It was so much fun to use and it's given such a unique effect. I've then used this die with these two nesting dies to create a frame out of the lovely holographic card. I then used this die with the turquoise Craft Perfect card to create an oval to sit behind this chrome silver using this die. And I didn't use the inner portion, I just used the outer portion, and so that left the middle solid. And I decided that I wanted to use the glitter card. I thought the glitter card would look lovely with this, but I didn't want it directly onto there. I felt like it needed a bit of something extra, so I just used the smallest oval die to cut some of the Lunar Silver pearlescent paper, and with the sentiment with lots of love, which is lovely, and that paper is gorgeous, the glitter card, and it cuts like a dream. So I'm just going to stick all those bits down. As you can see, I've got a few sort of bits of errant paste here and there, which I tried to get rid of with the baby wipe, which hasn't worked too well. So I think I'm going to do something creative with this sparkle spray. So I shall see you in a minute with the finished card. And here we go, my friends. This is the second card made with the latest Tonic Craft Kit. I decided to put a little covering over the centre and then just blast the whole card with the Nouveau sparkle spray again. So it's like much more sort of mixed media-y than the other one. But I'm really pleased with both of those cards. I think they're both really nice. So as usual, there will be at least one, possibly two follow-up videos to this because I've barely touched the supplies, to be honest. I haven't used the hearts or the glitter marker or the flakes, so I think I definitely want to make a shaker card, and I definitely want to use this probably to make a background for this. If you'd like to see what I come up with in my next video, then make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already to keep up with what I'm doing. So that's all from me today. Thank you, as always, for spending this time with me, and I'll see and speak to you soon with some more crafty goodness. Bye!